Probably feel it by now, but instead of adding extra layers of clothes to keep warm, try taking on a do-it-yourself project. Handyman Cranston shows you how.
It's getting cold outside, and the furnace keeps turning on, and thought we'd come up and check the insulation in the attic. And we found that it was kind of lacking, so thought I would tell you about a way that you can blow in insulation yourself. And down at Home Depot or the other building stores in town, you can get what's called a cellulose insulation. You can see it here. And what it does is we have a system where we can blow it in. I'll show you that in a minute. And it'll settle down around all the pipes and all the crevices, so it gives a real good insulating factor. It covers every kind of little airspace that might let heat go out. A lot of times people replace all their windows in their house because they're feeling all this heat loss going out through the windows, when really they should be checking their insulation in the attic, because the first place heat loss is out through the attic. If you really beef it up, put in about 10 or 14 inches of good insulation up in the attic, you can really save a lot of heat loss. Let's go down and look at the system of how we get this insulation up here. Here's our cellulose insulation in a bag. It's about $6 or $7 a bag, and this is the feeding machine. It's a big blower. I got a hose here, and you have one person, maybe a husband-wife team. You have somebody putting in the bags of insulation. You kind of tear the bag, put it in there, and the other person is up with this hose. They got a big old long hose and go all the way up in through your house, and you get up into the attic and you can just blow them around. Blow it around, because you might be throwing in 20, 30, 40 bags. Maybe an average house will cost about $600 to $800 worth of insulation to put it in there, but you will realize that comfort and the heat savings even just in the first year. You'd be really amazed. Insulation can make a big difference, and these are systems that you can pick up down where they sell this insulation. That's most lumber stores or building centers in town. But a lot of times people don't realize they can put in this type of insulation themselves. So it'll help keep the city warmer and keep the heating costs down. So I hope you can get out there and do it. For the News Beat Saturday, I'm Dale Cranston.
Now, if you have some questions for Dale about your home, you can ask him in person next Saturday. That's Saturday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. He'll be at the Technicolors Paint Store. That's in Birmingham on Woodward Avenue. You can also write to Dale at the address you see on your screen, 550 West Lafayette, Detroit. If he uses the question you ask on the air, you get one of these T-shirts. But he's got to use your question on the air, and then the shirt is yours.
I think we should have sweatshirts now.
You